Hi, everybody. Here comes Miriam. Nope, that's somebody else. Anyway, I'm Chris. I'm one of the co-founders, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. Miriam will be here soon enough. She just forgot. If you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for updates on all our Keto Chow happenings, even when you're running up the stairs. Thanks for joining us.
On our keto journey.
On our keto journey.
Were you looking at pictures of babies again?
No, but I would like to. We have an office baby. Actually,
we have two grandbabies,
yeah, we have two
and one of those
babies.
grandbabies, not we have.
We don't have any.
Two of our people had grandbabies get born in the last couple days. And one of them, the grandbabies, happens to also be the son? The child of one of our employees. Anyway, hi everybody.
Hi.
Betsy is here. Good morning, not for her dog, but she's
Oh, yes.
Carrie's
I'm
here
so
as
sorry.
well.
You'll be in our
DH is
purse
here.
today.
Bertolos Paints is Happy Monday. Rick Wynn's here, so is Shauna. Says good morning, Chris and Miriam.
Hi, Shauna. Hi, Suzanne.
See, I told you she would be here.
Hi, Rick Wynn. I'm so sorry. I was
Lindsay
getting a
says,
drink.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Look, I'm Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Where's my hat? I did. Now, Lindsay, you're such a fan of your jeans. I think that's what you should wear to KetoCon.
A hat? A cowboy
Well, she's
hat?
deciding whether she's going to wear a dress or jeans.
Oh, I'd wear jeans.
Yeah,
But I also like pockets, so,
yes,
which is why she said she liked jeans.
that's right.
How are you, Lindsay?
Dennis says, 2 places at once, Chris. Yeah, something like that. And Lindsay says, love the interest. I was expecting to take it. Hello.
Hello.
It's ASMR with
My name is
Miriam.
Inigo Montoya.
You
can
guys
have
watched
father.
that when we
You
were
better to
in Hawaii.
Yeah, we did.
We got a lot of rain.
A lot of rain.
A lot of rain in Hawaii.
was
Apparently,
very-
that's what happens in
Very
Hawaii.
wet there.
It just kind of rains.
It was beautiful.
Lynette's here. Keto Simple is here.
Hello.
Kathy says good morning. Let's see. Kellen, Michigan says enjoying raspberry
Hi, Kel.
cheesecake
Oh, yes.
for breakfast. That's because it's back in stock.
Yes. Has anybody received it? Kel
I think so.
received it?
Josh is here. Let's see. Mike is here. Says welcome home. Let me put it this way.
We made it home.
Woke up at 5:30 a.m. Hawaii time
No.
on Saturday
Yes.
because there was a meeting starting
Which was
at
actually
10
later than
a.m. Mountain Time, which was
6
o'clock.
a.m. Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Hawaii time.
So, and then we went around, did stuff, checked out of our house. Our helicopter tour got canceled again. And so at it was like 2 o'clock and we were like,
Yeah.
well, I guess we'll just go to the airport. So we went to the airport. The Delta line wasn't open yet.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we had to wait,
We had to
for
like
an hour.
2 hours, yeah.
Hour and a half, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We got through it. We had to, do the whole thing, taking your baggage to the USDA inspection.
Yeah, that was new.
Finally we went to our gate, which was thankfully air conditioned, kind of.
Yeah. That was the first air-conditioned place we had in Hawaii.
You're not wrong. And then we got on our airplane. It was late taking off because it was mostly empty.
Which is funny because there were a lot of people on the flight. It's just usually super full.
Yeah, well, on Friday it was completely full. I actually looked at the seat assignments. All the plane was full except for like 3 seats.
People just didn't show up.
I think people canceled or changed their plans.
Because their helicopter tour got canceled,
Yeah,
so
they
they
probably
wanted to
decided
stay
they had
longer.
to extend. Anyway, and so they had to change everyone's seat assignments, unload all of the luggage, and load it again.
Put it so it's more balanced.
Uh-huh. And
Because they loaded it all in one area.
They said, don't change seats. Stay where we assigned you. In order for the plane to stay safe, we need you to stay where you are. It's like,
yeah.
wow, okay.
Well, it was a big airplane.
So that was Saturday night at like 8 p.m. Hawaii time. We finally got to Seattle just after, I think, 5 or 6 a.m.
I don't even
Pacific
know what
time
it was in the right time zone.
And they changed where we were leaving from,
Yeah.
and then
Changed it again.
they delayed the flight by 3 hours and 45 minutes.
Yes, we had a long layover in Seattle. And by then, we had all been up all night.
We had been up for 24 hours at that point.
So we were all taking turns catnapping in the airport, which we could have just had a real nap, except that we kept going from gate to gate.
And they ended up putting you guys, the gate that we ended up leaving from was next to security, which was
It was
loud.
horribly loud. And it smelled
And
like
there was
feet.
nowhere to sit.
It smelled like sticky feet.
And we finally got to Utah. We made it.
We got to Utah at like 12:30 p.m.
Yeah. And Miriam and I went to bed last night. We actually finally, according to my ring, we fell asleep just after 5 p.m.
Yeah. We told the kids, we recommend you all go to sleep, and we said our nighttime prayers at like 4:30.
And we slept a little over 10 hours.
Yep. But that's, you're still missing time from the night before.
Still so behind on sleep. So I'm battling just fatigue today. Anyway, but hey, we're back. Anyway, welcome home. That's what Mike said.
Better.
Pat's here from Maryland.
It is
Kimberly
nice and
says,
dry here.
I wish orange cream would come back. I haven't tried it yet, but I love orange cream anything. So the problem with that is it's still not spring here.
Oh, I know.
We came back, and I think we got 5 or 6 inches of snow over the last 24 hours.
When I was leaving, this is what my yard looked like. I got to change the brightness.
But it'll be coming back soon. Just wait for it. It will be spring here at some point.
No, it won't.
Holly says sun. Okay, there you go.
Sun.
Storm Chasing Gal says it's going to be 85 in Tulsa. Let's see.
I believe in me.
Keto Simple says, is there a snake in your boot? Absolutely.
There's a snake. That's my driveway.
There you go.
And the grass in the front yard. And nice. I did not shovel the driveway to leave. I drove right over it.
I think it'll melt by the end of the day.
It probably will.
Edie Hines says, hi from Texas. It's supposed to be 94.
Oh,
Susan
enjoy
says,
it.
Gina is here.
Hi, Gina.
Kathy says, hi from Ohio.
Hello.
I finally get to be in the live chat. Well, welcome.
So glad you said hello.
Christy Davis is here, and Kim says, sounds good.
Hi, Christy.
Lindsay says, I'm a bit of a dilemma because most of my dresses have pockets. That is what you're supposed to do. Everybody, I always hear women complain.
I'm so proud of you.
My dresses don't have pockets. Don't buy anything that doesn't have pockets.
Yeah, then you have no pants at all. Right? Because there's like 6 pairs of pants in the world that have pockets. And sometimes you get pockets in your pants and they look great, but then they're not comfortable.
If you buy the women EMT pants, those all have pockets.
I'm not one of those EMTs.
And scrub pants.
Yeah, people make fun of me when I wear scrubs, and I'm not a doctor.
I think you look good in scrubs.
I don't wear scrubs.
Sky is here. Says, after months of the beaches in Mexico, I'm back.
Glad you're safe.
Storm Chasing Gal loved the Keto Chum.
Oh yeah,
April
that was
Fool's
so
video.
funny.
It was
really funny.
Kimberly already got raspberry cheesecake.
Yay!
Oh, my raspberry cheesecake is in the mail.
Oh,
I need to get it.
it's gonna be here anytime.
Burles Paint says, just tried raspberry cheesecake and loved it.
Yes.
Leah Hines says, just had blueberry pie. By the way, Lindsay Murphy posted a video today on making blueberry muffins and also making banana nut muffins, although she added walnuts to them, which is gross.
I love walnuts. They're my favorite. I'll eat yours.
Okay. Jesse says, got my Keto Chow subscription box this morning. My husband is over the moon to have his big bag of raspberry cheesecake is back.
Yay.
Dee Hines just got raspberry cheesecake in the mail on Saturday.
I'm so happy.
Mike says, we saw a rainbow almost every day it rained so much in Hawaii. Our problem was it rained the last 4 days we were in Hawaii.
Yeah, which was fine, except we couldn't do a couple of things.
With no sun. The sun didn't come out.
Yeah.
So there was no opportunity for a rainbow.
Well, and the couple of times that we were snorkeling, it was pretty choppy. I've never, and I'm super grateful that we went now and that I have had experience with scuba diving and snorkeling so that when we did the choppy snorkeling, I still really enjoyed myself.
It was very choppy.
And I felt like I could control where I was going in the current. But it was a strong current because the lifeguard on the boat was like, if you can't handle the current, get out of the water. Oh, he said it nicer than that. He's like, you got to go with the current, not against the current. And he wasn't talking to us, so it was good.
Lindsay said, I had an egg fast breakfast and lunch yesterday.
Nice.
And rounded out the day with blueberry pie Keto Chow. Why is it so good? It's so good because of the heroin. Oh, wait, no. We don't actually put heroin in it.
That's not true. That's not a thing.
Anyway, Rita's here. Becca says, good morning. Alan is here as well. Jill Sims says, I actually made the lie today. Gumbo Laura said, good morning all. Chris, not sure your mic is on. You sound like you're in a well.
Whoops.
It's on. It just might be that mine is a bit low there.
There's your face.
Okay. Now mine's louder. Let me, okay. The problem is I have to turn mine down because I project my insecurities.
Because you project your loud mouth.
Yes.
And I don't.
That's right.
Project my loud mouth. Because I am loud occasionally, but not very often.
Yep. In fact, a lot of times my mic won't even be on, and Miriam's is picking me up just fine. Yeah. So, anyway, Timeless Jules by Deborah says, love the April Fool's flavor.
Oh, thank you.
Alyssa's here, so is Janice. Mimi says, good morning, Keto Chow fam. Had chocolate peanut butter creamy for the first time yesterday, and that was so delicious.
Yes. That's what I missed in Florida. Because it was so hot, and we didn't have any ice cream the whole time.
Yeah, it's true. Although, okay, I was saying this morning. I don't know if it's just because we didn't eat very much yesterday.
Yeah.
I actually lost 4 pounds on our Hawaii trip.
Yeah, I actually didn't go up at all.
There were no treats.
Yeah, there
were no treats. We didn't have treats.
I'm surprised because I was for sure, I did eat more than I normally do, which I wanted to tell you about later when we get to the bottom of the comments. But I also, my legs were pretty swollen the whole time because it was so hot. I thought for sure I would be up in water weight, and I was down like a pound. So I was really surprised. So I'll be surprised to see what I weigh tomorrow when I've actually gotten rid of water. The hotness.
Rita says, I want you to know I was terribly disappointed. I went to your page to order the fish chow and it wasn't there. I was so looking forward to it as I've never had mermaid. But you also would have had the surfer dude, which is kind of...
Yeah, he probably was stinky.
Brenda's here from... Storm Chasing Gal wants the mermaid chow as well.
So funny.
Let's see. Storm Chasing Gal says, y'all need mocha for the caffeine. I don't drink caffeine.
Oh, to make us stay awake?
Yeah. Jackie says,
I actually quit
62 days, 61 till Miriam hugs, 0 days till Chris snark and sarcasm. Welcome back to you.
Can't get away from that.
Lindsay says, y'all keep bragging about that snow. # jealous. And we had the discussion about this in stand-up today that I'm actually happy that it's still snowing.
I'm so happy.
Because
that means our lakes are going to get water in it.
Like it's going out of style. Listen says, not going Chris, it may snow through summer now. Bring it on. As long as it snows in the mountains. S. Cash is requesting prayers. Learned my dad has cancer in his esophagus, pancreas, liver, and lymph nodes. Wow.
Wow. We will send our prayers. Hey, also, tell us how your friend's doing. Friend's son?
Okay. Yeah, Carrie's at 430 days. Keto Simple says, women love pockets, right? Shauna says, spring is hit, and so has allergies. Our son Sam was remarking that none of the plants that are in Utah
he's not allergic to those.
Exist in Hawaii.
Yeah,
or maybe a few of them do, but nothing that he's allergic to was in Hawaii. So he was like, this is great. I'm not allergic to anything.
We get home, we are not even home from the airport, and he already is coughing and coughing and coughing. You know,
I think that was the humidity, or rather lack
of it. Poor thing.
Kel wants to know when Pecan Sticky Bun of Ultimate Awesomeness is coming back as soon as we can get it. And then test it and make sure it's okay. Yeah. Suzanne says, I think we're going to have snow through April off and on, and then get hot and cause flooding. I hope not. That's the big problem that we have. And California is actually in a bit of a pickle right now because they have finally... I was actually reading that a lake that's been dry since like the 80s is full now, or filling up. And because they took so much groundwater while it was during the intervening years, the valley has sunk 23 feet in some areas. And so it's like the lake is going to be even more full now. Anyway, they're having problems.
Beyond
And so
the-
if they get
Ready for
warm temperatures too quickly there, they're going to have extreme flooding.
Yes.
It's just going to be terrible.
Oh, scary.
J-Dog says, I was looking for the Keto Chum Extreme Shake, but couldn't find it. It's because it doesn't exist, man.
It's not
it was
real.
a joke.
It was just pretend.
Let's see. Larry says, no food shaming. That's right. Let's see. Toys in the Attic says, I'm on day 13 of my first keto way of eating, and my Keto Chow Elite is out for delivery. Well, awesome.
Nice.
Miriam always recommends.
You try the flavor you think you'll like the least first.
That's
and
right.
You might be surprised.
Two Crazy Ketos is here. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Let's see. J-Dog says you can't handle the current. Actually,
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
that as well. I've never seen the movie, but I know that.
Well, Chris could not handle the current after our catamaran ride because he was seasick. And the same water that took us over there that made him sick
Well, we were
was
going,
the
we were
one
going
that was
with the
like
waves on
churning.
the way there, and on the way back we were going against it.
He was so sick.
I followed instructions.
Yeah.
They said if you can't handle it, go
Sit
to the
in the
back
back.
of the boat and go for distance. Just let it go. And at that point, we had come back from snorkeling, and
Yeah.
so I knew that there was a shower, a sprayer,
Oh yeah, right there.
and so I just threw up off the back of the boat until there was nothing left, and then I grabbed the sprayer and hosed off the back of the boat. It's a big boat. There were like 50 passengers on there with
Yeah,
us.
it was pretty big.
Nobody was back where I was.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But
It was
so
the-
choppy during the snorkeling part too, because that was another time that we were
Yeah,
snorkeling.
that actually
against
didn't
the
bug me at
current.
all.
Oh, you said you weren't feeling good in
No.
the water.
No, I was fine in the water. It was after we came back that I started to, it was,
Because you said, I said, I'm going to stay out here because Sam and Max got tired or something. And you said, oh, I'm not feeling that great, so I'm going to go in with them.
Oh.
That's what I heard you say.
no, I was just keeping track of them.
So I assumed that you still
Because
weren't
then I
feeling
went
good.
to the anchor line and just
Yeah.
hung on to it so I didn't have to swim anymore. And then I could just look at the fish. It was great.
Yeah. And I was so impressed with them. They knew how they knew exactly where to park where we would have a great experience no matter
Yeah.
what. Because immediately as soon as you got in the water and you looked underneath, there was tons of cool
super
stuff to
cool.
look at. And it was still sometimes you go
About
here
10
and
to
then you're like,
15 feet of
go
water.
that way and then you'll be able to see everything. But it was right immediately under the water.
Yep.
So I was super happy. There was volcanic rock at the bottom, and it had all of these little squinky lines in it.
Very interesting.
It was really cool to look at.
Brenda says this girl made biscuits and gravy and pizza, raspberry cheesecake pudding yesterday.
Nice.
Hubby really loves me.
Oh, Brenda, that's so great.
Let's see. Janice says there are sure a lot of popovers here, popping over from 2KK to Keto Chow.
Yeah,
right.
hey.
And we're super happy about it. Melissa says I think I'm going to work on making Keto Chow freeze-dried ice cream astronaut
Ooh,
tubes.
do it.
Joe did that.
I want to see how that goes.
Mineral Lady says waiting for my raspberry cheesecake Keto Chow to arrive.
yes.
Can you make taro Keto Chow? I miss miss drinking my
Oh,
taro
yeah.
boba milk years ago.
You got to
I've
play with it.
I've never tried
I've never
taro.
tasted it.
No.
Yeah. So play with it and tell us what you come up with.
Yep. Keto Simple says I like cooler weather in general. It was sure nice to be back to where it was cold
Yeah.
because
and
Hawaii
it wasn't
was
necessarily
great.
the cold. It's just so humid that it was just
So humid,
hot.
and
We're just not used to
it's not the
humidity.
weather for being fully dressed. It's the weather for wearing a swimsuit and walking around without shoes.
Yeah. And going in the water. Oh, the water was so beautiful.
And the room that we were in, so we were in a house and it had a couple of rooms that had mini split air conditioners. I think there were 3 rooms that had that.
Oh, we were
The rest
so
of the house
grateful.
was super hot, and the kids would come
Because
into
then
our
we
room
could
at night and they're like,
sleep.
it's a lot cooler in your room. We're like, yes, it is.
Sorry, stinks to be you.
Anyway, let's see. Laura says Hawaii, great place to visit. Not so much to say. It was a
yeah.
really nice place
It
to
was
visit.
so beautiful.
Aside from the super rain. Anyway, Nancy says 10 inches more of snow on the mountain Friday night. Yeah, there you go. Shauna says, yay, Sam. Hope he feels better, too. I'm miserable with the with the allergies. Irma says, I'm new to your channel and Keto Chow. Love the variety of flavors. We do have a lot of flavors. Now, some of them are seasonal, and the spring seasonal flavors will be coming back soon. You'll know it as soon as we're ready. It'll be all over the place. But apparently it's still not, it's not spring here in Utah. Anyway, let's see. Sky says, yeah, it's going to be serious flooding here in California. We even haven't had an avalanche in the mountains above Palm Spring.
Wow.
Winter is drunken. Needs to go home.
I know. It needs to just take a little nap.
Burley's Paint is getting an old root canal redone in a couple of weeks.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I feel so prepared with Keto Chow.
Yeah, that's good.
Joe says, go for distance and chum the waters. You will
Yep.
be judged on distance and color.
Ew.
So eventually, you run out of stuff.
That's nice. We just don't even need to talk about it, actually.
Although I was really happy. It started to rain right at the end. And so everybody came down below deck. And I was right near the bathroom that smelled really funny. Fortunately, my mom had an extra
Oh, that
bag.
was super gross.
And so I was sitting there
We don't need to talk about it.
just making, well, fortunately, nobody could really hear it. They could just see me over in the corner going like this.
It was gross. Because the music was loud and the
It was so
engine
loud.
was loud.
Yeah.
But we still don't need to talk about it.
Yep. Eskash says, my friend's son is much improved. They've now moved him to rehab. Still very
Oh,
little movement on his right
good.
side. He'll be there for several months at least.
Oh, that's so good.
Okay.
glad
Lady
that
Fritz
there's
Sater said I
somewhere
had my first pina
you can be
colada
too.
ever as a creamy.
Yes.
And it's now in my top 3 or 5
Oh,
flavors.
I love pina colada.
Moving target. Melissa says raspberry cheesecake made an amazing meat rub.
Oh, yeah.
Betsy says, I can't wait to try my banana keto chow as a pudding.
That sounds good.
Pat
too.
says spring is there in Maryland. Hubby has mowed the lawn twice.
Yes.
What? This guy says, now I got to plan some trips there stateside. I want to come to Utah, but not until after that white stuff is gone.
Oh, yeah. Don't
It'll
come
still
today.
be in the mountains for quite some time.
Yeah.
We have some recreation property. It's literally the side of a mountain with a area to put a camper carved out of it. And some people sent some pictures. There's a Facebook group of people that own stuff there. And the snow stick that's 6 feet tall
It's covered.
is covered at
snow.
one of the places. And another guy has a snow stick, and it's at 7 feet right now.
It's good.
It's very good. Anyway, Storm Chasing Gal says, Miss Pina Colada, I had coconut stevia to it.
Oh, yeah.
Alyssa says, sign up for text messages. They will let you know when it's available. Made my life easier as far as ordering my chow supplies.
Yes. Thank you.
That is true. Now, okay, Alyssa has to go chase a toddler. You wanted to talk about,
Yeah.
she said, we're going to talk about feelings.
I want to talk about feelings
Yes.
today. Okay. Because I acknowledge, and I think most of us don't, or only partially acknowledge, that so many of our choices are determined by how we're feeling in the
I'm
moment.
not bored with what Miriam's
Yeah,
saying.
right.
I'm just so tired.
You're so bored. And
Anyway, please continue.
so my point is, a lot of our choices are determined by our feelings,
Yes.
or we choose them because of how we are feeling.
Yep.
And we don't often recognize that.
Yeah, sometimes we're making decisions and we're not even coming to terms with why we're feeling like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we eat food so fast because as a kid, if you didn't eat the food that was on your plate, your brother would literally steal it.
Yes, that also happens in our
So,
house.
yeah.
So that has always been a thing, right?
Yeah. So continuing. Sorry.
But I was thinking about like even food mostly related, but then not related. So I was thinking about, we have a family meeting we're going to have tonight. And one of the things that I was thinking about this morning was it ticks Chris off to no end to be interrupted. I interrupted him this morning when he was trying to tell me something important, and it hurt his feelings. But he wouldn't admit that, right?
No, I told you in the past.
But it's because his feelings were hurt. He gets angry and ornery because his feelings are hurt, right? But you don't ever say that because you don't want to say, my feelings are hurt, I'm a big baby. Because that's how we associate our feelings. But the reason why, a lot of times you get angry or whatever, I'm just using this as an example because it happened this morning.
Yes.
I'm not mad at you. I hope
So
I don't
you
hurt your
shouldn't be.
feelings. Anyway, but because he doesn't say like, my feelings are hurt, he's grouchy and ornery, right? So this morning I had made a decision about food before, like, as we were getting up.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I've got my lunch already packed and ready. This morning at like 6 o'clock, I think I had it packed. I'm not going to eat until then. I'd made that decision. But then Chris asked me to help remind Kate to bring out the trash, the garbage cans onto the street. And we had some food in the fridge that was bad, so we put it out, and it was going to be stinky, and it needed to go out. And so...
Turns out food in the fridge isn't good after a week.
Weird, huh? So I reminded her to do that, and then in my mind I thought, you know what would make her have a good day would be if I made her breakfast. And if I spent time eating breakfast with her.
Yeah.
Even though I'd already previously made the decision to not eat until lunch, I changed my mind because I was feeling that it would make her have a good day if I had breakfast with her. So I changed my mind and I made breakfast, but I also put it into Chronometer. I made sure that it would still fit with my lunch that I already planned, and it was going to be fine. But I went by my feelings, and then you know what happened? We had a great morning. We had chaffles. Kate took out the garbage while I was cooking, and then she's having a great day. I'm having a great day. It was a great day because of those feelings, right? So something else I was thinking about this morning. I had a lot of feeling thoughts this morning. Hope you want to hear them. I was typing to Robert, who's my coach, and telling him why I overate last week, right? And I didn't eat anything non-keto, and I ate really good, but my macros are very specific right now, so I didn't eat to them exactly, right? And
some of that was, it was kind of hard to...
Well, I could have done it. I had my scale, I had my bowl, I had everything prepared. I was in control of myself. I chose not to because, as I was writing this out, when we're eating 3 meals a day with the family, I want to sit there and eat with them. And I feel my feelings hurt, right? I feel unfulfilled when I can't have everything that I'm serving, right? Mm-hmm. And we don't do a lot of carbs anyway, so I've gotten over the fact that I don't have to have potatoes, or I don't have to have bread. I've gotten past that point in my journey, so I don't have my feelings hurt because I can't eat carbs anymore. But I still have feelings that I want to participate with everyone. And if I sit there at the table with an empty plate, sometimes people ask about it. Everybody in my family is very supportive, and they would be fine if I didn't eat anything while we were eating. But it hurts my feelings to prepare a really nice meal and then not be able to eat it. So I try not to do that. If I'm going to make something for other people, I try to make something that I don't love, right? So my point is, we need to acknowledge our feelings. We need to say, okay, well, I'm doing this because I'm feeling this way, or I'm going to not do this when I feel this way. Because our feelings they're so important to help us in our lives. Like, we have feelings for a reason. And I think we're just so concerned with, either not being a baby or not being, upset or pushing through or being strong, that we're not necessarily acknowledging that this feeling, that even is not a bad feeling, is making me make this choice, and you have to choose against it. So I listened to a podcast by I can't remember her name. She's like the binge eating therapist, right? And she said, I told you guys this already before, but she said that when you binge, part of you still loses. So like, part of you wants to binge, part of you wants to not.
So no matter what,
binge.
You lose.
So it doesn't matter. You're going to lose. You just have to make the choice as to which part of you loses, right? Because we have those feelings, so we're either going with them or going against them. And I think acknowledging that they're there is helpful in the process, right?
Yeah.
So thank you for letting me go on and on about feelings.
Feelings.
Da, 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 da,
Lance says, I don't think we'll be able to get into our property until July. I think we're in the same boat. Mm-hmm. Ready Set Keto is here, says happy Monday, I suppose.
Yeah.
Dee Hines says, what's in the spring flavor? So off the top of my head, root beer float, orange cream. Key lime, pina colada, guava grapefruit. I think those are all the spring flavors that will be
I don't
coming
remember
back.
if we ended up discontinuing orange mango or not.
Oh, I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure guava grapefruit's coming back. That's a good question.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll find
I
out.
don't know
We'll
that
find
one.
out
Yep.
when we get it. Then we'll be like, oh yeah, I made a plan and I couldn't remember it in my brain.
Ready Set Keto says BBB&E, no Taco Tuesday.
Oh, that's
I don't
right.
know. You could
That's
probably
right.
pull off some sort of Taco Tuesday.
Just put taco seasoning in your beef. It tastes
Yeah.
so good.
Mike says Keto Chow reduces hangriness.
Yeah.
When it says, I love feeling thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and J-Dog points out that, yeah, you can totally do Taco Tuesday. Ground beef with salt, pepper, add some scrambled eggs to it. Meat, guts, and eggs. Great
Yeah.
meal, too.
Yeah. I think that they were starting for the month of April at the BB.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Jennifer is here. Lady Fritz here says, I agree, Miriam. I think people are way driven by feelings in their decisions than rational thought.
Yeah.
It's like fat to protein, 80-20.
Yeah. Well, and to bring up BBB&E again, Joe and Rachel were talking about, this morning they were talking about how they did the Keto Chow Challenge 8 years ago for the, not 8 years, that sound like I said a while ago, and they did 7 days. And I thought, the reason why it's good to do a Keto Chow Challenge or BBB&E is to eliminate some of the variables and to be able to feel satiation and to feel how you're feeling in the moment. Because if you're literally going to eat this thing, it's not changing. Like, not a lot is changing about it. And you can't do anything about it. It's going to be that thing no matter what. You can kind of work around some of your feelings too, because you've made the decision to go through this specific amount of time, and it's a lot easier to stick to a time frame than every day, all day, for our whole life, right? So it's a good way to eliminate variables. It's a good way to help you to feel satiated. It's a good way to help you feel feelings, acknowledge feelings, why you're feeling this way, blah, blah, blah. Something.
Okay. Let's see. And Sky says, yeah, absolutely. So many of us have spent our lives eating our feelings, and it's so very important to acknowledge that what we are going through. Lynette says orange mango and guava grapefruit. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Storm Chasing Gal said, would cream soda chow be too, similar to root beer?
Oh, I don't know.
I've never tried cream soda. Well, cream soda is vanilla flavored, isn't it?
I love cream soda. So good.
This guy says, make a bacon taco shell. So freaking good.
Yes.
Hallie says, we list our baby till we list our little baby. We lost February 16th. We're still grieving. She would have been 18 years old next month.
Oh, honey.
It's going to take a while for the emotions to calm.
I'm sorry. You'll be in our prayers too.
Let's see. Vicky says BBB&E is very helpful to get rid of cravings. Yeah, Kathy says BB tacos with egg life for atoms. J-Dog points out it's only 62 days until the low-carb cruise. Yes, indeed. Ready Set Keto says, I now need this bacon taco shell. There was a meme going around about bacon weaves. About, it'll be like guy wrapping presents, and it's like this terrible wrapping job. Guy making bacon weave, and it's like this intricate.
Yeah, I would say that's adaptive incompetence right there.
Definitely. Do something poorly enough, and no one will ever ask you to do it again.
Yeah, like when he did the girl's hair in pigtails, and they were crooked and the wrong color.
I did
rubber
not
band.
specifically do those bad.
Oh, okay.
I just am not good at doing hair.
Okay. I'm sure you would have got better if you wanted to.
Mike says, I noticed on, I think, Serious Keto at 2KK, there is a difference between the big bags and the individual bags of raspberry cheesecake. What is the difference, if any? There's a slightly different, it's a different version number. As far as, I think one is 2.7.0 and one's 2.7.1.
So one of them has the less acacia gum and one doesn't.
No, that's 2.8.
Neither of them have less acacia gum.
Yes. There will be a version of raspberry cheesecake that is version 2.8.
Yep.
But we don't have that yet because the raspberry cheesecake we're getting now was ordered nearly a year ago.
Yeah.
So.
It's not a year old. Can we just tell you that?
Yeah.
It's just the purchase order was placed. And
yeah, and let's
so we
see.
ordered the
Screen
ingredients
capture.
and the amount of
make that
stuff
big.
for the
Keto Chow.
version numbers. There's nothing wrong with it. It's good. It's amazing. I want some right now. Actually, I don't because I didn't.
What is a change log and why do we have one? Because
Boring.
Chris is a total geek.
Geek.
So 2.7.1, 2.7.0 was the different magnesium. 2.7.1 we switched back. And I actually think it might be that some of them are 2.6.2.
Yeah, that's possible.
Was, yeah, we just changed. Anyway, the difference between the large bags and small bags I think is pretty much nothing.
Yeah, but we have it on there, the pictures, the right version number.
Yeah.
So whatever you get will be.
And then 2.8 is when we switched switched the amount of acacia gum.
Right.
Let's see. Dee Dee Hines says, I see what you mean. I don't often participate in things without my church sisters because everything is always about food with my
hard.
church sisters.
Yeah.
Yes, you're not wrong. It's so funny how everything is about food. Everything we go to, there has to be food involved. The kids do something, there's a food thing. It's just crazy. Anyway, everything, and it always has been, so keep away temptation. I just don't go.
Yeah, that's hard. I feel that.
Nancy says 2KK's recipe for Keto Chow egg pudding has me eating it at least 2 times a week. Love it. Jennifer says a man can fold a kilt intricately. My son is an origami genius. Yeah, very few men can fold the laundry. No, the problem is, let's see. There it is. How to fold fitted sheets. Step 1. Fold sheet in half with elastic on the inside. Step 2. Fold over once more, this time from corner to opposite corner to create a triangle. Great. The sheet should now be a neat triangle. Next up, turn the sheet inside out with elastic facing up. Now pinch all 4 corners together in one hand. Tuck one elastic corner over the other 3. Now place the sheet on a flat surface to smooth out any wrinkles. That is how I fold fitted sheets right there.
I figured out how to fold fitted sheets when we had crib sheets. And then I was like, oh, now that I've done it in miniature size, I can apply it to the giant ones. So I've got it figured out. But still, fitted sheet factory. Now admire your beautifully folded sheet. You can't hear the beeping?
Nope. Anyway, yeah, folding fitted sheets. I just can't do it. Let's see. J-Dog is planning to double smoke a ham on the Rectech for Easter dinner. Oh, nice.
Oh, it's Easter this Sunday.
Last time I made it, I wanted to gnaw on the bone. It was so delicious.
What are you guys going to do for Easter dinner? I don't know what we're doing. We haven't decided yet.
Amber says, good morning.
To figure it out.
It carries off to mow the grass.
Nice.
Mike says, thanks. Let's see. Keto Simple says, people won't show up if there isn't food. You need to stop that, though.
That's true.
It has to stop at some point.
Or just make it be bacon or something really healthy for you.
Patty says, I hate the when we're eating, when we're meeting, we're eating.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so much of it could be avoided if everybody was just okay with someone not eating at the same time. Because we've gone to different church functions and stuff and not been eating. And I always feel like I have to say, oh, I already had some, when they offer me cookies 60 times.
I just say no, thank you.
Yeah, but
then you get the people who are pushers. But I made this for you.
I'm like, no.
I don't want any of your hot Kool-Aid.
No.
Anyway, Keto Simple says, just ball them up and stuff them in the drawer. That's how I fold fitted sheets.
Yeah.
Actually, Miriam folds them for me. Irma says, I'm struggling with finding a flavorful morning coffee recipe that works with Keto Chow. I cannot drink dark coffee. If you search for Keto Chow coffee, you'll find a video where we go through a whole bunch of different ways that you can do it.
Yep, and I think you just have to keep in mind that when you do coffee, if it's like a fatty coffee or any kind of thing is added to the coffee that is caloric, it's a meal. Like we were talking just this morning and saying, how much we snacked last week. Well, snacks still food. Like if you think about, how anytime you put a meal into your body, it's going to be doing something. A snack is doing something too. It's just not as often.
Alan's thinking of lobster and ribeye for Easter.
Oh.
And Keto Ginny says Amanda on carnivorous meat lost one of her precious pups and was absolutely beside herself
Aw,
grieving.
that's
She admitted to
sad.
trying to eat and soothe her feelings, and it did absolutely no good. It did not help her.
Yeah. Well, and so often when we do eat through our feelings, even if we acknowledge, I'm eating this because I feel like crap, we're going to just feel worse because we ate stuff that makes us feel bad. And because we feel bad because we ate the stuff. So what are like emotion management tools that we can use that are not food? I like to take a bath. I like to go outside. I like to go on walks alone. I mean, not alone.
Walks don't fill my
Chris
cup.
doesn't want to come with me.
It does nothing for me.
So
I only go on
I'll
walks
just
to appease you.
Go by my, yeah, well, I want you to do it more. Thank you for the appeasing.
Hallie says we started keto back in January. We're loving this community.
Oh,
We have lots of Keto
yay.
Chow. My husband loves his ice cream, so we're thankful for your awesome products.
Yes.
I am having a Ninja Creamy for breakfast and a Ninja Creamy for lunch.
Nice. I'm having shrimp for lunch.
Lynn says yesterday was my birthday. It was pretty outside. Tomorrow, dreaded lab results.
Oh,
Why do I
yeah.
dread them?
I don't know. You should look forward to it.
Joanne says with all events seem to revolve around food. Have a Keto Chow before going. That's one of the tricks is just eat beforehand.
Eat beforehand. Or bring something. I really like to bring something that I can eat.
Like deviled eggs.
Even if it's the only thing I'm eating. And then I have a plate. And then I don't get the barrage of, why are you not eating? Or don't you want to eat this stuff?
It's like walking around.
Because
if you
for all
don't
they
drink,
know, I did have a cookie.
if you don't
which I
drink, it's
didn't.
like walking around with a glass of
Water.
carbonated water.
Or liquid death. It was so funny. I told you this.
Did you see somebody posted on Facebook? It was this dad, and it was a can of Guinness next to a can of liquid death. It says, one of these is not beer. And he said, I had to go and pick up my son from school today because I packed his lunch wrong and they were sending him home.
That's so funny.
And the coloring on both of them was exactly the same.
He gave beer to his kid for lunch.
He gave his kid a can of beer in his lunch.
Do you think he drank it? He
No.
probably-
I doubt it. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, how long do you think it took them in the lunchroom to notice?
I don't know. Anyway, Jackie
super
says
fun.
our ending meetup will revolve around food, but we're smoking a ton of meat for it.
Yeah,
What were you going to say? Sorry.
nothing. I was just laughing about that
Oh,
thing.
about the liquid death.
Oh, I was just going to say it was so funny. The lady on the bus was saying that if you want to look cool at a concert,
Oh, yeah.
have the liquid death instead
Anymore.
of drinking.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can go to a concert
So
and
that
just
was-
drink.
that
It's
was
just
funny.
water.
It's water.
Keto Simple says, I've never ever liked deviled eggs. I just need to come up with a recipe for some that I actually like.
Yeah.
Put bacon into it. You made some while we were in Hawaii and with bacon chips.
And it had little
and was
bacon
great.
chips in it. That was another thing that we did while we were in Hawaii. I did eggs twice because we kept going and being gone for a long time. And so I wanted the kids to have something that was a healthier option,
For
snack.
snacky.
So I did bacon chips and I did boiled eggs.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'm exhausted. I
Yeah,
think
now
I
you need to start work for the day.
I know. But hey, everybody, we're going to be doing our longer live stream tomorrow night. Hopefully, it'll be one sleep later, and I will be a lot
sleep
more.
later.
I'll be a lot more on target. Anyway,
Stay on target.
but we're going to go. You all have a fantastic day, and hopefully it's spring sometime soon.
Hopefully.
All